Okay. So this is our background file. So in this background file, we have two blocks of code. Sorry, we have three blocks of code. So this first block will create a two VM with the name app1 and app2, and this VM will consume CentOS 7 image, and this is the IP
So
address for.
Maniji, can you explain about line by line if it will help us to in the future?
Okay, Ji. Okay, the first one, the environment. Environment, I have mentioned wagon no parallel. So it means I have given no, right? So the default, yes is the default value. So if you mention yes, it will create the VM one by one. Okay, so since I have mentioned no, so in that case it has to create a VM all at once. Okay, but in VirtualBox it's not working, but in libvirt hypervisor is working fine, so it will create all the VM at a single time. Okay, so this is the environment variable. If you, this is optional only, and it's not mandatory. Okay, and the second thing is like vagrant.configure2, right? So this is the API version 2, and this is this is the how can I say, this is something like for loop. We are creating on for loop here, and config is the variable. Okay, and this config you have to specify in each and every line. So this is like something like another parameter, config.vbguest.auto equal to false. It means it, if you mention false for this parameter, it won't update the VB guest for this VM. So every time when you create the VM, it will start installing the additional packages to enable the VB guest. VB guest is something like additional packages. It will enable you to do the copy paste from your local machine to from your VM. So some of the features it will be included in this packages. So we don't need to, we don't need that package. So that's why I have mentioned false here. And this is the config.hostmanager.enable equal to. So this is this one. This plugin will add the will update the etc host file, like with your IP address and then machine name. Okay. So in order to enable this to, actually these are plugins. So this plugin I have installed over here. Let me show you here. I'm just going to the command prompt. In the command prompt, I have to type vagrant plugin list. So you see, I have installed these two plugins, Vagrant Host Manager and Vagrant VB Guest. So if you want to utilize that plugin, then we have to include these two parameters. And this is the global, consider like this is a global parameter. This parameter will be applied to all the VMs. Okay. And here the another variable name, node count equal to 2. So in this variable, I am assigning number 2. And again, I am just creating another for loop. So this is the syntax for the for loop in Ruby program. So I is the variable now. So this I you can use in multiple places. Okay, and same like we have to use this config.vm.define, and this is the standard syntax for the Ruby program. And in the here we are defining the name of the VM app. I means one. So this one will be pasted over here, and again we are defining another variable app VM. So this app VM will comes in this inside this block of code. So I have vm.vm.box is equal to this image name, and this is the host name of the VM, and this is the private network. This private network nothing but that Oracle VM Ethernet adapter. So this is something like a host only adapter. This IP is the internal IP, and it can be reachable within your local machine. Okay. If you want to see this IP address, I can show you here. Let me go back to the command prompt. IP config. So it will create one. You see, it has created two IP address. I mean, it has created two networks. So one with 172.16.16.1, and another with the 172.42.42.1. So you can also view it over here also. If you go to tools, just click it. So it has created two VirtualBox to host only Ethernet adapters. This is something like you can compare with in our machine we have a libvirt network, right? 172.122. Something network will come, right? So that network and this one both are same only.
Okay, understood.
Understood, right?
Maybe,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
One query, Ji, maybe if I would like to change with the host to NATing, it will work or
By default, one IP address will be assigned to the VM. That IP will be NATing IP address. 10.0.2.50. Maybe I can show you once I log in the VM. So by default, all the VMs will get one IP address, and that IP address will act as a NATing IP address.
so it may get some internet connectivity, is it?
Yes, yes, absolutely. You have the internet connection. For this IP, you don't have the internet connection. Only that NAT IP you have the internet connection. Okay, and this is the provider we are using. VirtualBox as a provider, and this app one, this name you can see over here. This is the name you are seeing over here, app one VM. So if you didn't specify that parameter, I mean this one, if you didn't mention this one, by default you will get the name. Default will come over here. Default, something like that. So if you want some more informative, then you can add this parameter, and you're specifying this VM to consume 1 GB of memory and 1 CPUs. And this is like we are using provisional shell. So during the VM bootstrap, it will execute this command. So by default, Wagon will disable the password authentication. We are enabling forcefully, and we are restarting this SSHD service. Okay. So whenever the VM gets created, this small command will be executed at the time of bootstrap. So you have to specify this end block. So this block is getting end, right. So that's why we are mentioning over end here. End is for this block, and this end is for this block, and this end is for this block, and this one and the DB1. So same, like, so the above code will be copied and pasted over here, and then I have modified the name of the VM. So here I have mentioned DB1. So DBVM is a variable name. Then you have to specify the DBVM for all the parameters. So here I have mentioned Ubuntu Trust 64 image, and for this I have given db1 as the VM name. I mean that this name will generate it at the time of VM creation. So this db1 is generating over here, and this is the host name and an IP address, and this is small script, and this is for the master VM. For master VM I am using CentOS 8 image, and for 1 GB and 1 GB of RAM and 1 CPU, and here I have mentioned host name as master, and this is a private network. And this is something like either you can specify all the commands like this in this format, otherwise you can create one file and put that file in the same location. I have mentioned the path master.sh. So it means the ruby script will check that file in the same location. So since the file is available over here, so here I have created few tasks to install the Ansible. So in the first task, it will install the EPEL release, and second task, it will install the Ansible. In third task, it will check the Ansible version. In fourth task, we are changing the password authentication from node to yes. In fifth task, we are generating private key and public key for root user. In sixth task, we are just replicating the keys in all three VMs. In task 7, we are just appending this Ansible host inventory file. And in eighth task, we are checking the Ansible. So the same output we can see it over here also. So task 1, task 2, task 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they are in the proper message. So Ansible is now from the master VM, we can able to reach all other 4 VMs. I mean, not all the 4 VMs. Yeah. So one is the local host. Local host in the sense your master machine itself, and remaining app 1 and app 2 and DB1. So it means Ansible is properly installed, and the key is also replicated, and we can able to ping all the servers. Okay. So I will pass this code. I will pass this code with you guys, so you can try it from your machine also. So let me log into the machine first. I log into the master machine. Sudo -i. Okay, so in this demo we are going to see about the Ansible ad-hoc command. So last week I had told like Ansible playbook and then Ansible condition, right? So maybe we can see that one in future session. So today we can see the AD-HOC commands that we can use in Ansible. Okay. 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 So first, the basic command in Ansible is Ansible all hyphen m and ping. So we know all, right. So this command will try to ping all these servers, right. Okay. So before going to the actual demonstration, let me show you the actual etc host file. So as you can see, this background host manager plugin has updated the host values and the host entries updated over here. Okay, and this is the Ansible host inventory file. So we have two machines, two app VM and one DB VM, and one local host. Local host means the master itself. Okay. Otherwise, I can do edit. Otherwise, it will get confused. Instead of localhost, I can mention master. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then let me switch back to the okay, first of all, I'll create one local user with all in all four VM. Okay, so for that I will use the Ansible command, Ansible all. So I will use the shell module to create a user. So and then we have to execute the command user add. Maybe I can give Openstack. So this is our username. I am going to create in all four servers. Okay. Now I need to set the password. To set the password, echo. So I will give open 1 1 2 3 password OpenStack standard input. So this command will work only in the CentOS and Realm machine. This will not work in the Ubuntu machine. So for Ubuntu, we have to execute the command manually. Okay, so we can get the output like this. So it not recognize this HDAN parameter. So what I will do, I will log into the that uh, db1.example.com. Okay, so here I have to give echo hyphen e open 1 2 3, then open 1 2 3 password OpenStack. Okay, so password has been updated now. Okay, so now I will switch over to the OpenStack user.
Then actually open 1 2 3 slash no open 1 2 3. What is it actually?
Slash n slash n means it will print that open it 1 2 3 in next line.
Open 1 2 3 slash no open 1 2 3 no open 1 2 3.
Yeah. Actually, this if you give password OpenStack, it will ask two password, right? Enter new Unix password and
Oh, okay.
retype
Okay,
new Unix
okay,
password,
okay.
right? So in order to execute in a single command, we have to use this command.
Okay, okay. So
Hyphen
first
e.
thing it will try is that password OpenStack is the change option to change the password,
Yes.
and you're just echoing up open 1 2 3 and then again n open 1 2 3. Okay,
Yes.
got it, got it.
Yes. Got it, right? Okay.
Yeah, got
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
In the password STDA, then username we should put.
Which one, KP?
Password hyphen STDIN space username it will work.
Oh, in Ubuntu.
STDN is option we can use. Yeah, we can use in between. STDN is option. Can use in between password hyphen STDN. So you actually given in the last
Oh.
previous command. We will have to
Okay.
use in between.
Oh, okay, G, okay, G. Okay, maybe next time, yeah, maybe I'll try that option, G. Yeah, maybe I'm not sure. Okay, yeah. Anyway, thanks for the update. Maybe we can use it in next time. Okay, yeah. So okay, so now our very first command, Ansible. I'm just using all same hyphen m ping. Okay, so I'm executing the same command from the OpenStack user from the master machine. Okay. If I execute this command, so you can see since OpenStack is the new user, right? New user, right, in master machine. So it doesn't has the host key for the app1, app2, and db1. So and and already we have seen this one. In order to avoid this one, we have to give yes, right? So instead of yes, I will give no here. Okay. So we have an option to disable this host key checking. Okay. So there are three ways available to disable this host key checking. So the very first method is like either you can in the same command line itself you have to add one attribute like uh, SSH extra ops equal to uh, single quotes or double quotes, anything you can use it. Here we have to add strict host key checking. Okay, so either you can use this option. So this is the first option. I wanted to show you all three options, but before that I will show you one more thing also. So here in Ansible we are specifying all, right. So instead of all I am using I am going to mention only the app one. Okay, so if I mention like this, so yeah, so now you can see now it doesn't ask anything about the host key checking, and we are getting the message like unreachable is true, unreachable true, it's not able to reach the server. Yeah, obviously it's correct, since OpenStack user doesn't has any private key and public key, right? So in that case it cannot able to reach the app1 server. So this is the expected output only. Okay, so I'll tell you later how we can fix this issue. Okay, so this is the first option where you can disable the host key checking. Okay, now the second option, you can export one global environment variable like Ansible host key checking equal to, just you have to copy and paste this argument, I mean the value of the argument. Okay, so now I have exported. Just confirm it using the env command. Now you can see now the environment variable has been added. Now if you use the same command, instead of app1, instead of app1 just give app2. Now we should get the same output. Okay, okay, and this is second method. Now I will unset this value because I want to show you the third option as well. Let me verify this one. Nothing here. So the third option is like you have to modify in the Ansible configuration file. So an Ansible config file, uh, Ansible, sorry, host key checking file, host underscore key. So here you just have to uncomment this one. Host key checking is equal to false. That's it. Now let me switch back to the OpenStack user. Now I will use the DB1. Okay, I use the DB1. Okay, now this time I can use everything, right? So already we have disabled the host key using two option. Now I can use the all command. Now we should have to get the similar kind of output. Okay, so now you can see. Okay, maybe I have used this one key also. Okay, anyway, so this one it will be the same output like this only. Okay, on the local this master nothing but local machine, so definitely we will get the output like this only. So we can ignore this one. So now, and as you can see, the failed to control also permanently added this host key file. Okay, so this is the three method that you are available to disable the host key checking, and now we are getting this output, right? So we cannot able to reach the server. So we have solution to fix this issue. Just you have to specify -k. It will prompt you to enter the password for the OpenStack. For the OpenStack, we have set the password open123 null 3 VM, null 4 VMs, right? So if you execute this command, so we will get the output here. Okay, and as you can see, we are getting the another issue from the Ubuntu machine. Ubuntu machine, it's saying like the OpenStack user doesn't has any home directory for the OpenStack user. So this is the another issue. So for that we need to create home directory for the OpenStack user. So what you can do, use Ansible from the root user, Ansible db1. I'm using shell module, and then I'm just creating one directory, mkdir home OpenStack. That's it. Directory has been created now. Now switch back to the this OpenStack user. Now execute the same command. Open 123. Okay. So still we have the issue. Maybe we need to change the permission, I guess. So SSH DB, sorry, SSH DB1.com ls-ld home OpenStack. So you see the ownership is showing root, right? So we have to change the ownership. OpenStack colon home OpenStack. Okay. Okay. Now this one should work now. su-OpenStack. Let me ping the same command. Password is open123. Okay, now we're getting the proper output message. Okay, so as you can see, every time we cannot use the password like this, right? So in order to avoid the password, we can also use this command, sh pass -p, p means password. So here I have to give an open123. So if you give the command, if you use the command like this, it won't ask any password. So directly the search pass will pass the password at the time of the password prompt. And we have another option, one line. If you execute this command, if you add this one line, it will print the output in one line format. This is also another option. And sorry for the background noises. Maybe some people are just making some noises. And if you specify -vvv 3 verbose output, and you can see that by default the user will be shown as none here. Okay, but behind the scene it's actually using the OpenStack user only. So in order to confirm that one, you can use user OpenStack. So if you use the OpenStack, now you can see it's using the OpenStack user only. You will get the OpenStack user over here. OpenStack. Okay. Okay. So what else? Okay, and so now we have covered some few points with the ping module. Okay. Now maybe we can go to the next module. The next module is the command module. In command module, we can pass any command like uptime. Just for example, okay, maybe I have to forget to delete the. This is not no more required now. Okay, we can use uptime. If you want to perform some basic command, yes, of course, we can use this one. Uptime df-h. If you want to use different, one line will not be suitable for this one. Okay. And okay, so this is some basic commands you can use with the command module. And also, if you didn't mention this command module, so by default it will take the command module only. Okay, and we have and you also know that we have cell module. In cell module also we can execute the same set of commands, but the difference would be like in command module, if any command, if it's showing some how can I say, let's say you're trying to create one user, but the server already has a user, means the if you use command module, it will the task will get failed. But whereas in shell command, let me check that one. I haven't tried it. User add OpenStack. Let me execute this command. Okay, so yeah, for shell module also it's showing the failure message only. Okay, but there's some difference available for command and shell module, but I don't know the exactly. But some difference is available. So what I have understood is if I okay now we can see if I use this echo Linux 123 slash n Linux 123 password standard input this OpenStack. If I execute this command, okay, see it's failing for in shell module. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Only root user can do only root user can able to change the password, right? Okay. Maybe
And
we can.
also, it's trying to update in the Ubuntu machine. Maybe Ubuntu machine that standard EN is not available. That's
Ah,
what we were able to see that output.
yeah. Yes. Yeah. The standard IN is not available over here. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, but we don't want to go deep dive on difference between command module and shell module. But just just understand we have both modules, command module and shell module. It's better to use only the shell module if you are trying to execute any command for all servers. Okay, and let me go back to the OpenStack user. Okay, next we can go to the user module. For user module, okay, so now I'm going to use the same OpenStack user. So if I use user module, so I have to specify the name here. Name I can give anything, like I have given David, and the state equal to present. Okay, so I'm going to create the user with the OpenStack user. Okay, and I have mentioned okay, this one. Let's see whether we can able to create the user or not. So since we don't have the privilege, right? So okay, maybe okay, it's my mistake. There's a typo in present. Okay, so you see I don't have permission to create the user. Okay, so to avoid this situation I have to add few more parameters, like I have to give -b. Okay, first I can try with the -u root user, and here I had to specify the root user password. By default in Vagrant all the root user has Vagrant password, so it's failed for master. Okay, so for master, I mean for localhost, we cannot be able to create the user. Okay, I'll tell you why. And first for DB1, App1, and App2, we can able to create the user. And you can see for DB1, now it's creating the home directory. Previously, we tried to create a user using cell module. That time, it cannot be able to create the home directory. But now, if we use the user model, it's creating the home directory for this user, David user. So yeah, so this is some of differences. So in shell, it will execute the command. That's it. But it not create, it not able to utilize the option that we have available for the user. Okay, so the reason for failure in the local host is like since OpenStack is the normal user, using normal user, it's trying to create user within the local host, and it's not able to create it. So to solve that issue, we have to use -b. If you use -b, b must become, it will become as a root user, and and again it will try to execute the same command, but still it's failing, right? And is expecting the sudo, a password is required. So what to do means we have to create a, file with the sudo as permission. So for that I will create a file in sudo as directory. So cd etc sudo s.d. So here we have vagrant file. So I will copy this one, and then I will create a file with the name OpenStack, and chmod 777 OpenStack vi OpenStack. So instead of vagrant, sorry, I will mention OpenStack here. Now again I had to change back the permission. I will 40 OpenStack. Okay, so now I will switch back to the OpenStack user. Now if I execute the same command again, Now you see, now the user has been created now. Okay. Okay, fine. And the next module is the package module. uh, so instead of user, I'm using the yum module here. In yum, I'm going to install the package called git and status present. So we don't need this one. If I try with this command, let's see whether it's creating or not. And it will fail, I guess, because we are given wrong password here. So for OpenStack user, we have to give open123. So it says like this command is to run with the root user, and it says permission denied. Okay, once it comes back, we will try with the root user. Okay, maybe I can cancel this one. It's taking some time. So -u root user -b. We have to include it. Then only the package will be installed in the local machine. I mean this master machine. Yeah, I think I forgot to change the password now. Instead of open123, we have to pass vagrant. Okay. Okay, so it's taking some time. It means in background, start installing this guitar package, and you can we also have to notice one thing. Since we are using yum module, this yum module is not applicable for the Ubuntu machine, but still it's the package is getting installed. Okay, you can see. So this is the DB1. DB1 is the Ubuntu machine, but using M model, maybe I don't know, but still we can able to install this package. So next time we will try with the apt command. So you in only in Ansible AD-HOC command, you will see lots of output over here. If you are executing from the playbook, you won't get that much of output. Okay, so app1 has in app1 we have installed, in app2 also we have installed it. Okay, in db1 install, master also installed. Okay, so now we can try with the apt command. So in apt, I am going to install Apache 2 apt. So now this one will get failed for the CentOS and RHEL machine, and it will be installed only in the Ubuntu machines. So now you see it's failed for these three machines as expected only. But for M model, I don't know how we can able to install in Ubuntu machine. Okay, but anyway, it's installing. So we have installed Apache 2 in this Ubuntu machine. Okay. Okay. So next is the file module. For file module, so using file module, we can able to create files and directories. So here we have to specify the name of the file. It can be anything. Maybe I can mention Apache file.txt, and in the state you have to specify touch. Okay. So for this one, we don't need this option, and we also need to change the password to OpenStack password open123. Okay, so in all the machine it will create this file. Others I can do. I will do one more thing. In Ansible, we have few more options. Like as you know that we can use app1, app2. We can also specify in this way, right? We have also one more option. We can specify app1 colon app2. So using this method also, you can execute this command only these two machines. Okay, so you see still is working. Okay, now it has created these two files. Let me confirm that one. And okay, the same command. So I will remove this one. So name, okay, maybe I can use ls-ld. So ho OpenStack, right? You see? Okay. So sorry. I have given the section LDR. Okay, so file has been created, and we have another option. If you see cat etc hostess. In etc host, we have a host file. I mean host name in this name, right? It's something like fully qualified domain name. If you want to execute the command based on fully qualified domain name or the name which is available in the etc host entry file, you have to specify like this -i, and you have to give this name, okay, and this name. Yeah, that's it. You can, I think it will get failed. You have to enclose with the single quotes, and you have to give comma, single quotes, and also you have to specify this pattern all. Okay, so then only this command will work. If I execute this command, this one will list out the files available in the particular directory. Okay, let me create that file again. Maybe I can do one thing. Name equal to directory 1, directory 2, directory 3. I'm going to create 3 directories under home OpenStack, and here state equal to directory. So I have to mention like this. If I mention, I am going to create directory only in the DB1 machine. Okay, no such. Okay, maybe state equal to directory. Uh, okay, no such file directory, right? Maybe I have to do directory equal to this one and state equal to present. Sometimes this one will get confused. Okay, one second. Let me refer my command list of commands here. Sorry for that. Yeah, I think you have to give the destination. Instead of name, we have to give destination. DEST destination, and then give state equal to directory. No such file directory. What the heck?
Do we need to mention the model name? No, say we didn't mention any model name.
Yeah, yeah, correct. Yeah, I had to mention the module file module. Yeah, correct. That's correct. Yeah, you see now it's created this directory. So again, if you want to confirm that one, just we need to ls-ltr -r home OpenStack. So we have directory 1, directory 2, and directory 3. Okay, and if you want to delete the directory, so that one we have to use the file module state equal to absent. That's it. So now it has been removed. Again, if you want to confirm this one, just give it a certain LTR. So it has deleted only the directory 3, right? So if you want to delete the whole directory, then you have to mention this one, directory 1. So if you remove directory 1, it will remove directory 2 and directory 3, right? Okay, so nothing is there. Okay. And next is the copy module. In copy module, so we have two options to copy the module. Before that, let me create one file over here. Let me create touch sample underscore file.txt. Okay, and now we are planning to copy this file in all the machines. So in that case, we can use the command like uh, source equal to home Openstack, and just copy and paste this file name, and destination just equal to, I'm just pasting the temporary location, and here we have to mention the module name, copy module, and this is the argument of the module copy, and I'm going to specify we can specify all location so that it will copy this file in all locations. Okay, so now you can use the uh, okay. In order to check that one, we have to use ls-ltr just do temp. So we have sample file.txt over all the location. Okay. Now the another method is like use the same copy module, but instead of source you can give content. In content, I'm just adding hello sample file dot sample sample file, and destination I'm mentioning sample underscore file dot txt. So this content now will get added inside in this destination file location. Now use the same command, this command module, and cat that file sample underscore content, so sorry, sample underscore file dot txt. Okay, you can see the content has been added in all the locations. Okay, so what else? So we have seen a file module, a copy module. Okay, next is the fetch module. So I have selectively picked some modules and then I'm just showing demonstration. But ADAC command is not that much important, but still if you're learning ADAC command is necessary in Ansible. And finally we are going to see the fetch module. So in fetch module, okay, let's say like okay, so maybe one second. Is it okay? Maybe we can fetch this Vagrant shell here. Okay, we can fetch that Vagrant shell file here. Uh, if I use the fetch module, for fetch module I have to use okay, sorry, actually I have to refer my command. I have forgot the syntax for the fetch module. Okay, just you have to use source and destination. Source equal to temp and then Vagrant shell, and destination will be your home. You can mention anywhere in your current machine. I'll mention in my home directory itself, home OpenStack. So we are going to fetch vagrant-shell file from all the machines, and we are going to keep those files in our working machine. If I execute this command, okay. Now if I give ls in LTR, so it will create 4 directories: master, db1, apple, and app2. If you give ls in LTR hyphen capital R star, so it will fetch this vagrant shell file from all the machines. Okay, but since yeah, so you can see this is the file from master, file from db, and this is from app1, and this is from app2. Okay, so this is some of the basic Ansible ad hoc commands. Okay, So now we can go back to the Ansible playbook. We can see the structure of Ansible playbooks now. Okay, let me switch back to the root user. Okay, so the very first, let me open one sample file here. So currently I don't have any file. Let me create one file with the name play.yaml. So either you can use OEML, otherwise you can use OEML. Both are same only. Okay, but as per convention, better I will go to OEML. Okay, so I'm just opening with the play OEML. Okay, so the very first step you have to mention three hyphen over here. I don't know why they have mentioned hyphen, but still as per convention we have to mention the hyphen, triple hyphen. Okay, and first here you have to mention the name of the playbook. um, this is playbook one. Okay, and here, and the next step is and then here actually this one you have to mention with the colon. You have to mention only with the key and value. Actually, Ansible playbook is like something like declarative manner. And here, while declaring the content, we have to specify key and value format. So here, key is name and value is the this is plain playbook one. So this is the value for the key name. And here we are mentioning hyphen, right? Hyphen in the sense the list we are considering as a list here. Ansible will work majorly with the list and dictionary. I will show you in future session as well. So if you mention name, if you mention hyphen, consider that one is a list. Okay, and you should also follow the indentation. Okay, I will show you, and then I will tell you what the importance of indentation and how you can follow it. So first here you have to mention the name, and then here, and then next is the host. Host I have given all, which we have mentioned in the ad-hoc command. So this two is enough, more than enough. Okay, and next we have to mention task in task colon. So now it will follow the indentation. Okay, so if you just give enter, automatically it will indent your content. So I don't want to indent for, multiple spaces. I better I will go with one spaces. Okay, in task again we are creating one more list. Either you can create a list over here, otherwise you can create listing here also. Both is fine. And again I have to mention the name here. In name, this is mentioned like this is play one, and name, and you can use the module. Better I'll go with the basic module, debug module. As we all know, the debug used to print the messages, right? So debug is the module. And again here we have to mention, and then for the debug we have to mention the arguments. So message is the default argument for the debug module. So in message you can print like this is uh, play one and task one, something like that. Now I will copy this one, 3 paste. Okay, 3 okay. Okay, I don't know why it's not pasting. Okay, never mind. Let me copy this one directly. Okay, uh, okay, so if you want to, if you are confused with this indentation, otherwise you have one shortcut. Let me show you the shortcut as well. Just press colon and then type this one. Okay, I have entered caps lock. Okay, that's why it's not pasting. Okay, you can give set cursor column. Oh, why it's not open? Set cursor column. Okay, once again. Set column COURS cursor column. Set column cursor. Okay, I don't know, something is missing over here. Cursor column. Okay, maybe I'm just trying to create one line within this web file, but it's not creating for me. Maybe I have done some mistake over here. Maybe yeah, maybe I'll explain later as well. Okay, so yeah, okay, okay. So you can give some spaces also uh, for the but so that we will get the better readability. And so this is the first play, and you can create another play here also. So I'm just giving the name, and this is playbook 2, and here host us all task. I think I have missed yes over here. Okay, so in task I am going to create two more tasks here. So name, this is play playbook 2 task task 1, debug. So just give message, this is playbook 2 task 1. Name, this is playbook 2 task 2, debug message, this is playbook 2 and task 2. So same here also, play task 2, play 1, okay, fine, and play 1 task 1, okay, that's fine, and this is play 2. So here I have mentioned playbook 3, right? This is not the correct one. Okay, so this is the playbook format. So playbook will work with the list and dictionary, as I said earlier. So here we have mentioned only the list. So name, this is playbook 1, this is the first list, and this one is second list. Okay, and so if you are not sure about this the syntax, maybe we have option to verify the syntax as well. So to check the syntax, we have to execute this command ansible hyphen playbook, and then you have to mention the playbook name, and then we have to give syntax check. So if you get the output like this, then this file is okay. We are ready to execute this command. Otherwise, if you have some error, it will show the detailed description of that error. Okay, and now we can execute this command. Let me execute this one. So first it's running this the playbook 1, just gathering the facts. Yeah, I think I forgot to explain about these facts here. Okay, let me explain it now. Okay, so now it has executed this play 1, and it also executed play 2, I mean the task 1 and task 2 now. And from the in playbook 2 is executed the task 1 and task 2 as well. Okay, so before going through this playbook, maybe we can again switch back to the ad-hoc command, and we can see the this concept, gathering facts. Okay, for gathering facts, we have one module, Ansible all -m setup module. So if you execute this setup module, it will collect all the information from each and every VM. So information in the sense, so what is the IP address, and what is the machine name, what is the architecture, and what are the current running processor, and so this kind of information you can completely get from the machine using this setup module. Okay, and how many users are available, so those kind of information we can get it from here. So it will give us a huge amount of information. Okay, maybe specifically we can go with one user, sorry, we can go with the one host name. Instead of all, I will give db1 here, and I will redirect this output to the temp location, temp db1.txt. Okay. Now if I check that file, so we have this many informations, right? Okay. And we can also do the filter. We can also apply the filter to get some exact values. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you how. For example, if I give Ansible db1 hyphen m setup module, and then I'm passing the argument with the name filter, and then we have to give Ansible underscore distribution. Just give star. So first it will fetch all the values, and it will filter with this Ansible underscore distribution parameter, and it will show all the outputs. Okay. And another interesting thing I have noticed over here is it will start everything with the Ansible, the name Ansible over here. You see Ansible app or Ansible architecture, Ansible BIOS sheet, Ansible BIOS version, Ansible. So all the names, it will start with the Ansible. I mean the attributes. We are seeing attributes, right? This attributes all will start with the name Ansible. Okay. And let's say if you want to filter some specific attribute or parameter, we have that option as well. For example, yeah, maybe we can take this one, Ansible processor cores count, right? Maybe we can take this one. So let's see, you see we have filtered with the Ansible distribution. So whatever name starting with the Ansible underscore distribution, it has filtered everything, and we're getting this output. Ubuntu, True, EDC, OS release, Debian, 14, Trusty. So we're getting everything, right. And actually, this setup will come in handy when we are talking with the Ansible condition topic. So when you are going for Ansible conditions, so the time we can use this conditions to apply some specific task. Okay, maybe we can see it in later session as well. I'm going to let's say we want to check the processor, right? So if you want to check the processor, uh, we have to use some. We have to apply some. We have to apply some filter. Okay. So not apply the filter. We have to specify. I think I have filter equal to answer. Okay. Sorry. Ansible db1 hyphen m setup hyphen a filter equal to Ansible dot. Yeah, I think we have to use dot, and then processor underscore course. Okay, let me try this one. I think I have forgotten how to filter that particular value, but anyway, I think this is the format we have to use it. Let's see whether it's working or not. I think it's working, I guess. 1 second. Maybe I will go with the Vim file again here. Yeah, I think we have to use this one, Ansible underscore facts. Yeah, I think now I remember. 1 second. So this is our actual command, Ansible underscore facts dot. You can remove this Ansible. I think now you can try with this. I think now it should work. But it's not giving any values, correct? Okay, 1 second. First we can test this one. After that we can go with that option. Now it has to show 2 IP addresses. Let's see whether it's showing or not. It's not showing. Anybody, any has idea about this filter option in Ansible? Okay, let me try with this option. Okay, it's not showing. Actually, on the day I have tried it, it's working perfectly for me. Once, let me check my command as well. Uh, Ansible setup module. Do you see anywhere that Ansible setup module over here? Nothing, right? Okay, maybe I will check this one and then I will get back to you guys. Maybe I don't know. I think I have forgotten how to filter some particular values. But it's working fine for me when I was doing some testing on this one. I don't know, but now it's not work. Maybe I have forgotten how to apply the exact filter over here. Okay. 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 Maybe we can come back to this data YAML file. Okay. So this is the format, right? And see, you can also do one thing. You can remove this one. This name is also not required. Okay. Just you can. Okay. I see. Just you can apply this list with the directly you can apply this list for this mod that is module itself. But still it will work. Make sure you have followed the correct indentation, otherwise it won't work. Okay, let me try with this. Ansible playbook limited grammar. You see, now the task names become debug now, and it's applying in all the machines, and we're getting the output here. Okay, so here we are getting this message. This is playbook 2 and task 2, and here we are getting only the debug message over here. So this one also will work. And for indentation, when it comes to indentation, either you can use this indentation also. This one also will work. If I have mentioned message over here and this message is over here, and this for this one I'll mention over here, but still this one will work. Even if you give one space also, that one also will work. But the thing is, you have to give the space. So indentation, in a sense, if you give the space, whatever values that you are defining within that module, that values will applicable only to that module. Something like that. You see, it's working fine for us, right? I can do it. So now we have only one spaces over here. Okay, so yeah, so this one also will work here. And what else I can show you over here? Yeah, I think that's it when it comes to playbook. So this is the basic format, and maybe next time I have forgotten few parameter that you can apply in Vim. Maybe I will try to show that I'll try to show it in the next session. So any queries till now? So whatever we discussed right now. So any queries? And if you have the time, maybe I can show you the I can quickly show you the Kubernetes environment also. Since I'm next week, I have promised you to give demo on Helm, right? So I have prepared other script file to prepare the Kubernetes environment. Okay.